So again, I'm going to take the row cover off. And it's Elliot Coleman. You know, you got to give credit where credit is due. Elliot Coleman and his books have been so incredibly helpful to us. They have shown us how to do things. Now these, when it gets hot in here, these pieces of wood, they leak, you know, sap. So I use needling pads. We did actually put down a whole bunch of ground up, you know, wood shavings from one of our neighbors in order to be able to, I don't know, just something nice to walk on. Makes the place look nicer in here rather than mud. And it would be mud. Okay, well, I'm hoping I'm not causing this vegetables any problem by having the sun directly on them today. I got little row signs back there so that you can tell which is which. And these are seeds from last spring. And I guess I'll just make a little row. Kind of use my fingers for this stuff. It is pretty dry. Pretty dry. It's really dry. Anyhow, and I'm hoping everything grows. We'll see. You know, the stuff germinates so well that I really try to plant with some spacing and not waste too many of the seeds. I suppose that seems silly, but it's something I'm trying. You know, this whole thing is just an experiment. That's the fun part. Oh, a little piece of glass from the compost. Thank you very much. Anyway, and we're having fun. I mean, I don't know. Some people think of things as work, but for me, I just kind of really like to have fun. I do. And so I try to make all of my work, what seems like work to other folks, fun. That's just my approach to life. Anyway, I know you're looking for philosophy. Okay, so now I think it says cover with like a 1/4 inch of dirt. So I'm just going to, put a little over the top. I've seen some videos where people actually just, all they really do is put the seeds on top because they're small seeds. But, anyway, I'm just kind of covering up here. Now I got to water it. Like I said, we're going to use the watering from the 55-gallon rain things. I had some ice in there this morning, about, I'd say 1/4 inch thick or so along the edges. It's a lot thicker. I kind of broke it up. And so I use that to water that. I prepare this other one here. Maybe I can, oh boy, I don't know. It's a little hard. So, I guess we got to dig her up again. Yeah. These lasagna gardens have done extremely well for us. We started that because, again, Pam, my research, the research gardener, she's just fantastic at that stuff. And she can do it so fast. I guess she's probably brilliant, Not probably, she is brilliant, but, I'm prejudiced. I love her. What can I tell you? Here we go. Chop, chop, chop. Make the soil a little soft. Put some addition. There really is quite a bit of dark, like compost here. I think I put quite a bit in there last year when I planted this garden. See, this is what you're looking at in here is my winter garden. Now, I've only begun to make these videos just for fun. I don't know. Probably nobody cares. But then again, I don't care if nobody cares, if you know what I mean. So I'm using my trowel just to put in a little bit of that fresh composted soil. I don't know if it'll be better than what I have here. I'm still learning about all those things. And what's here was from the garden, but it's also had the vegetables growing in it. So yeah, I'm fairly certain I got to add some nutrients. Alrighty then, here comes. Oh, hey, you know what? Black-seeded Simpson and red sails. So apparently, I planted black-seeded Simpson over there. Maybe not. Gosh, I hope these seeds are different. How am I supposed to know? Ooh. Yep, okay. Nope, I did it right. See? It's tough to remember these things, I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Now, this time, I'm really doing this a little better than I did the last row. I'm using the edge of my trowel just to make a little dent, because you don't want to put very much soil over the top of these guys. Now, this stuff, you know, like I said, we planted January 24th last year in the little 3x3. And this stuff, can you hear that airplane going over the top? There's no heat in here other than Mr. Sun, you know, a wonderful sun. Pretty cool thing that is. And dribble seeds here, there, everywhere. Uh-oh. You see, I really have a hard time, like, planting single seeds. I don't know. Maybe somebody else is better at that than I am. I bet they are. But I think they also, it doesn't matter. Because, yeah, and the more you plant, I mean, you can always thin them. I've had such a hard time being willing to thin. Pamela, you know, it's very nice. I mean, I have accepted doing the things that she says, and in terms of the garden, and that's nice. It's, you know, it's been a lot of years coming. She has absolutely proved to me that all her research is accurate, and the results are very good. So I have been acquiescing and saying, okay, you know, we'll thin, we'll plant rows with space, we'll not plant as much stuff, all those kinds of things. And you know, usually we wind up giving our neighbors quite a bit of food, you know, vegetables in the summertime. We really, this past year, have enjoyed having them over, like in March and April, and there's all I'm doing is putting the soil over the top, you know, that 1/4 inch, just filling up that little bit of hole, and then I tamp it down just a little bit so that I've firmed up the dirt surface. Yep, there we go. Ooh. And they're thrilled too, you know. I mean, my buddy Larry and Don, they've been out here checking this thing out when I happen to not be around, seeing how it's doing, reporting to me how good it is, you know. And guess what? This is Claytonia. I really like Claytonia. Never had it before. Elliot Coleman told us about it. So, there it is. And this is mosh. Arugula, yeah, that's peppery. And man, that stuff will jump at you. But, oh boy, I like this Claytonia. The wind's blowing and I hear the frost kind of breaking off of the plastic. So far, our plastic has held up really good. I'll do another one of these, talk about how we built the cold tunnel. Try to get my terminology right. Okay, now it's time to do some watering. Now, how do I water without washing the seeds away? That's always a good question. You know, all we have is these barrels. When we put the barrels, right here, I'll show you. We put the barrels These are our fun little barrels. You see, I can't see because of the reflection, but there you go. And inside the barrels, it was some ice this morning, but it has a hose on it. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the hose. And I'll connect the hose to it. And it actually just gives enough water pressure to water. So I'm going to set that up. See you later.